You know, and I think it's time that we take our power back, guys, all of us. And I do it as a teacher. When I taught at Louisiana Tech, I used to say to students, you are about to enter the most noble profession. You know, there was a time when we used to say, teaching is the most noble profession. Well, I think it still is. Now, it's not the oldest, but no, somebody had to teach them how to make change. But thank a teacher. But it is noble. And I said, guys, when you get out in this field, and I'm sincere, guys, I don't ever want to hear you say, when somebody says, so what do you do? I hope you never answer, oh, I'm just a teacher. I will hunt you down. I will smack you. I'm begging you guys. You know, I travel a lot now, and it doesn't matter where I am, to whom I'm speaking. When somebody asks me, so what do you do? I tell them, and I hope you do the same. I am a teacher. Lawrence Silver, who is my next ex-husband, and I met at a party, and we're happily married. I just introduced him that way to keep him on his toes. But we were at a party, we were hanging out, and he walked over and he said, so what's your name? And I said, I'm Debbie Pace. And he said, well, Debbie Pace, what do you do? So I told him, I am a teacher. He said, whoa, congratulations. And he took off running. Y'all, I'm an educator. I'm very fast. I caught him. And so I'm dragging his little butt back. And we have a conversation that everybody in this room has had way too many times. No matter what your job description is, no matter what your title is, people say this to you. And I want you to think how demeaning this is. This is just ridiculous. He said, well, you seem like you're a little bit smart. You seem like you have a little bit of talent. Why do you teach? Y'all ever get that? Why do you do the job that you do? And I answered the same thing you do. For the money. Yeah, hello. And I said, you know, Lawrence, that's a very interesting question, because honestly, guys, I didn't know I was going to be a teacher. My first book, called Drumming to the Beat of Different Marchers, is really a story of all those kids that are like marching to the beat of their own drummer, because I was that kid. And I didn't like school, but school didn't like me either. That was fair. So how many of you guys, though, always knew you were going to be a teacher? Let me see your hands. How many of y'all were like really good students? Teachers loved you. The rest of us, we hated y'all. Now, the research is that those of you who showed that proclivity early on for this calling, and I do believe it's a calling, with all my heart I believe that, the research is that you've probably gone on to become amazing, connecting, essential teachers. But there is research that says some of us who came over from the dark side, we do okay too. It's really a matter of two things, and everybody in here knows it. It is a matter of the art, and we talk a lot about that. I'm not even sure, though, when we talk about regurgitated bits of subject matter knowledge at one particular time, that that's really art, but we are talking about that. But what we're not talking about is that other part, the heart. But, you know, once I stepped into a classroom, and I'll tell you all about that in a minute, but once I stepped into a classroom, here's what I know, and everybody in this room knows this, that for a lot of those kids, we are the single most significant adults in their lives. At least for now, and for some a lot longer than that. So I look at this guy I don't even know. I said, yeah, I'll tell you why I teach. I teach because I think for a lot of kids, I am their hero. I love the shirts. He said, oh, so you're a hero? And I said, yes, I am. He said, so you think all teachers are heroes? I said, most of us. He said, so what do you have, like superpowers? And I said, yes, we do. He said, well, what are they? Oh, see, I really hadn't been thinking about that part yet. So I just started making stuff up. And I thought, okay, what did they tell us in college? I said, we have really good anticipatory sets. And we're able to align our curriculum with the state strategic plan. He's like, and you and I know, with all the conversations going on right now about Common Core and all of this, that it's really more than that. And I have to tell y'all, it was made very clear to me, in 1990, I was selected Louisiana Teacher of the Year. Okay, there were only 2 people eligible that year, and the other one died mysteriously. No, see, I really wanted to win, and I did. But I was teaching in Shreveport at the time, in Shreveport, Louisiana, and I got back to my school. It was a middle school, and we had hundreds of kids, and one of the coolest things that happened is one of my colleagues said, why don't you write Miss Pace an essay and tell her why you think she got Teacher of the Year? So guys, these are not a selection committee. These are not our superordinates. These are our kids. I got home that night. I had all these hundreds of essays, sat down on my couch, grabbed a glass of water, and okay, wine. And I'm looking through these essays, and I noticed not one child mentioned my anticipatory sets. Not one student said one darn thing about my ability to align curriculum with the state strategic plan. But every child, every single kid in some way, shape, fashion, or form said the same thing. We think the Teacher of the Year should be someone who, will you tell me, who what? Who cares? That's right. And y'all won't even say it out loud. It's like, cares. Can we say that? Are we going to get in trouble? No, cares. Guys, all I'm saying is we need to talk about that more.